One of the biggest questions I get right now is, Terrence, what the heck is going on with interest rates? Well, I'm here today with Rich Cohen of Movement Mortgage, and he's got some answers. I know he's got some answers because he's been in the business for 17 years. That's about 2/3 of my life these days. Rich, got a question for you. I thought the correct thing to do when I thought interest rates were going to rise would be to get my clients to lock their rate in. Is that the right thing to do?
So, Terrence, thanks for having me today. Appreciate it. So I kind of feel like, just like the stock market and other places, if you read about it in the news, it might be a little late. So rates have already moved up from, let's say, below 3%. Now they're at around 4%. And it's my opinion that rates are going to stay around. They're going to hover around here for a while. So we know that the Feds are going to be talking about raising rates multiple times over the course of the year. And every client wants to lock rates today because they think rates will go up the day that the Feds raise rates. That's not true. In fact, rates move up or down in advance of news, kind of like the stock market, very similar. So everybody who's thinking about locking a rate today because Feds are going to raise rates in March, it's already built into the pricing. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. And when a person does a rate lock, how long does that normally stay in place?
So there's two types of rate locks. So one is just your normal rate where you can lock for 30 days up to 90 days without it costing you any money. So there's no charge for it. Once you go past 90 days, there's what's called extended rate locks. And they go for 4 months, 6 months, 9 months. Each one of them has a little cost to it, which you're reimbursed for. But the point with an extended rate lock is you're obviously locking in a rate at a higher rate than what the normal rate is today. And the reason is time is money in the mortgage industry. So the longer you lock, the higher the rate could be, as well as credit scores. Does that make sense?
Yep. My next question, which everybody wants to hear an answer to, is what the heck is going to go on with interest rates this year? I know you just mentioned we've gone up a point basically already. What's going to happen the rest of 2022?
So again, I am not the Feds, so I can't, I'll only give you my strong opinion. So my strong opinion is that rates will hover at this 4% level. You may get some months where we might actually come down a little bit. Believe it or not, that rates actually will pull back because the mortgage rates might have overshot what the Feds are going to do. Does that make sense? In other words, mortgage rates may go up to 4.5 if inflation is completely running rampant, right? Oil goes to $150 a barrel. All of these things create this huge inflation, rates go up. So rates potentially can go probably closer to 4.5 at one point. But my opinion, and a lot of people's opinions, are we're going to be in this 4% area.
Got it. Is there anything else? You answered my questions. Is there anything else you'd like to add that your clients are asking you, or some ways you've been able to help them that a lot of people may not realize?
Yeah, so I think that two things. One, I think even if they're shopping, they're starting to shop, they have to take a conservative view. In other words, they need to protect themselves and go, okay, if rates are currently at 4%, which is where they are approximately right now, so I think they're slightly under. What is the monthly payment at 4.5? And the reason is just to protect yourself. I think that you have a lot of clients who were looking in November and they have sticker shock because they've gone from 3% and now they're being quoted 4%. And it's $200-$300 difference per month. It's a big difference. So I think you need to take a conservative approach because you don't know, Terrence, when you're going to get a client to be accepted on a purchase. We know how crazy the market is right now. So it's hard to predict when a client's going to actually win a deal or a new construction. How long? Does that make sense?
It does. It makes complete sense. And that's one of the things I talk to my clients about, because in the market today, even though we are really good agents, it can take 2, 3, 4, up to 6 months or more to find a
Mhm.
house to actually get that offer accepted. So I think it is a great idea to check in with your lender and do that forecasting to see,
Mhm.
to make sure you will be able to afford that house once we do go into contract.
Yep, I agree.
Yep. Well, awesome. Thanks for giving us some time today. And I know a lot of you have a ton more questions about financing, about refinancing, about interest rates, all that good stuff. Rich is an excellent resource. If you have any questions, what's the best way for them to reach out to you, Rich?
My cell phone. That is my hub, 919-616-4912.
Got it. And we'll have his information below. Thanks, you guys, for watching today. If you have any suggestions for our future videos, please let us know. Thanks for hanging out with me today, Rich.
Appreciate it, Terrence. You have a great weekend.
You too. See you.